Yeah, so Nathan, it's our first game for just over a week now. A 2-0 defeat to Spennymoor Town. Just your thoughts on the overall game?
Yeah, well, Spenny were worthy of the 2-0 win. It was a great workout for us. I think fitness in the end told, but they're a class act. But again, we've learned. They've asked us questions tonight, and we know there's certain areas where we need to be a little bit better. But all in all, good workout for us.
Yeah, and you mentioned the fact that they've been a lot fitter, but obviously Whitby having a lot of players isolating or injured over the last week. I suppose it's not been ideal preparation, really.
No, it's not ideal. But like I said before, every team are going through very similar, kind of things at the moment with COVID and the small squad that we've got at the moment. We've picked up a few knocks, but we had 2 or 3 missing tonight. But again, that gives people opportunities, and the lads haven't let themselves down tonight.
And just ahead of the game, really, were you actually able to train much with those 10 players that you had available, or was that even difficult as well?
Yeah, well, listen, we've got to do things properly, and we thought for the last week it would be best to kind of rest up all together, really. The lads have had it tough, and at a certain point last week we only had 11 players, so yeah, this is the first bit of action really in 10 days. So.
Yeah, and do you think that lack of action showed on Spennymoor's first goal, really, with a bit of a defensive mix-up, and that allowed Glenn Taylor to run through and goal there?
Not really for the first goal. That comes down to communication, and there was a couple of times in the first half that happened. We had words at half time about that. We know we need to be better at that communication. But again, I'm not going to. Spenny are a good team, and they use the ball really well. They create a lot of chances. Blandy's had a busy night. Not going to deny that. But we've still had opportunities in the game. We could have pulled something from it based on the chances, but unfortunately we weren't sharp enough in front of goal on the night.
Yeah, in that first half in particular, it was very difficult for Whitby to actually really create that many chances. So do you put that down to communication issues, or the fact that Spennymoor just made it so hard to actually get those openings?
Well, it's a bit of both. I mean, you've got to give Spenny credit at the end of the day. They had the lion's share of possession. Without the ball, it's a lot easier running with the ball than without it. We had a game plan where we wanted to look at soaking up pressure, and how we handled that. We did okay with that. We limited Spennymoor, but we caught them on the counter attack a few times in the second half, particularly with Colby Shepherd. But ultimately, I think the fitness side of it, they're a good 10-15% fitness at this moment in time.
Yeah, and then you mentioned about the chances that Whitby had on the counter, but then Spennymoor's goal really sort of a bit of a sucker punch, the fact that Whitby had created those chances just before that. Yeah,
well, again, both goals from Spenny were, I think, our mistakes. You can't take anywhere from Taylor with the finishes, absolutely outstanding. But communication on the first one. The second one was a breakdown. Taylor's run and peel off, but the ball from obviously Ramshaw, he radared that to him, and Taylor's still got a lot to do, and he's put it away, but he's one of the best strikers in non-league, if not the best, and that's what he's there to do.
Then it's looking ahead, it's back at home again on Saturday of Sunderland, and 23 is coming, and now you'll be hoping for a chance to keep that regular pattern of games on a regular basis before the start of the season.
Yeah, we're getting closer. Hopefully we'll have a couple of lads back for Saturday, but we're getting to that point now where we need to step up. We need to be getting to a point of where we know our starting 11 is ready for the first game of the season, but it's ultimately down to the lads and the performances.
Thank you very much, Nathan.
Cheers.